Welcome back to another episode of Girls in Business. If you missed the last episode, I'll definitely link it above and down in the description for you. So definitely check that out before watching this one because then it'll all make sense. In my last episode, I shared the exact strategy to blowing up on social media. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with that topic. And we're gonna talk about why blowing up sometimes isn't the best idea for your business. So I believe in our timeline, we're probably around sometime March, April, May, around that time, because that is really when my business started to take off and be very consistent. So this means that my business was only around 5, 6, 7 months, and that is still a really early stage of a brand new business, especially because I had no strategy to begin with. This was something that was a hobby that turned into a business, so I didn't really have any like business strategies or anything that was set in place for the long run. So during this time, it was amazing, but it was also really hard on me mentally and also physically because I was actually hand making every single product. Since I had no previous experience on actually batch making products, I was making them one by one, and it was absolutely tiring, especially when you were having like 50 different orders of an 8-ounce gloss, and it's like you're literally mixing every single one. And during that time, I did flavors, and so if someone wanted to add a flavor to their gloss, I obviously couldn't batch make that. And also because I was doing a made to order, I actually had no stock on hand. I like made it so hard on myself. Now that I'm looking back, I'm like, there could have been a million different ways that I could have actually gone through this. Also during this time, because I was still so new, and especially new to wholesale, I was still experimenting with what kind of gloss shades I liked and also what kind of products I really wanted to keep. And when I actually started seeing clarity on what type of brand that I actually wanted to become and like be known for, I had a ton of popular products that actually didn't fit with what I was going for, or I had a ton of products where I just wouldn't be able to sustain with the demand that it's coming from. I am still learning to be a business owner, so I had to learn how to batch make products. I had to discontinue adding flavors. I had to discontinue some of the shades that just did not go well with my brand. I had to learn all the legalities of everything, and that also includes a lot of finances and bookkeeping that I had no idea how to do, which is why I partnered up with Awesome today, so that if you are starting a business, you can actually start on the right foot. So let me explain to you what Awesome is. They're actually a market leading bookkeeping software and accounting solution. They have an app, and it actually integrates with any type of e-commerce selling platform, and with that app, it actually gives you direct access to your dedicated accountant. So if you have any questions, you could just shoot them a message there, and it also gives you an overview of your financial position, and it's super easy because it's all in one app. If you're in the UK, you already know that e-commerce is actually becoming really big. So if you are wanting to get set up over there, then Awesome can actually register your business and sort out all of your UK bookkeeping and accounting. Since I was telling them that I was doing this video and how important it is to be knowledgeable and keeping up with your bookkeeping and accounting, they actually gave me a discount to share with you guys. And so if you guys are interested, I'll have the link down below. Again, thank you Awesome for allowing me to share your services with my audience, because it really is just like such an important thing to know, especially as a business owner. And I really wish someone would have really put it in my head that this is what you need to be doing before you even like start a business. So like I said before, I had to quickly come up with a solution to making bigger batches, and so I had to experiment with different formulas and making sure that I was getting the right consistency, the right colors, and I actually switched over from made to order to actually having things in stock. So that really helped with the demand, but I don't think I was physically, mentally ready for the type of work that it really takes to sustain something like that. And when you start getting a lot of attention and all those orders start coming in, you're gonna be faced with a lot more problems and challenges. And for me, that was receiving my first chargeback and also learning to deal with missing orders or just shipments. So like, I know every business owner is like waiting for that day for things to blow up, but I think being mentally prepared for that, when it happens, you'll be a lot better. Like, for example, maybe putting some things in place that will help you if you manage to get like a lot more orders, maybe investing in a inkless printer, or finding a way that you can package orders a lot faster so you're not like sitting there one by one. Just kind of setting yourself up within like the platform that you use, maybe putting in weights or whatever it is. So let's go back. I wanted to talk about packages and chargeback. My advice for packages is to have a very straightforward shipping policy. Make sure that it is well written and make sure that it is realistic to you and it doesn't really cater the customer, but it caters to what you realistically can do. Because I believe like everyone wants to be like, oh yeah, we have like 2 to 3 day processing and like 2 to 4 day shipping. Like, everyone wants to have those beautiful numbers that where the customer like, oh, they're gonna get their package fast. Most of the time you probably have other responsibilities, whether it be school, another job. You want to keep in mind like, hey, realistically, when can I get these packages out? Now more than ever, since I have actually became a business owner, I check out every single shipping policy when I order online, just so I am aware and I have expectations. Have a very straightforward shipping policy. Also, if you notice that you do have some type of delay, you can place it in your announcement bar on your homepage, so that is something like really quick and easy for others to see. Now I want to talk about shipping insurance, because this saved my life so much. For when I would have to handle with like missing packages or like damaged packages, I would always have to send a replacement, and that came out of my pocket, or I would have to refund them, and again, that's out of my pocket and I'm out of product. To save yourself from that, add shipping insurance. I use Shopify, and when I go to purchase the shipping label, there is a section in there that says add shipping insurance, and then it gives you an estimate on how much it costs. Like, sometimes it costs literally 75 cents and sometimes it's like $3. Next, I want to talk about chargebacks. I don't think that this is talked about enough in the business world. I think I got my first chargeback the 2nd or 3rd month, and I was so confused. Not only when you get a chargeback, you get charged the amount of the order, but you also get $15 on top of that. I want to explain to you guys what chargebacks are. Basically, a person that just is using someone else's card, and I place an order, and then once I receive the order, I go to my bank and I'm like, hey, this is like fraudulent, or hey, I didn't order this, whatever. And so the bank opens a claim against your business and basically gives you opportunity to share your story of like what happened, and then from there they kind of decide whether if they get the refund or if you get to keep the money. But most of the chargebacks are when people aren't satisfied with what they received, or you took way too long to ship out things, or it was actually like a fraudulent order. Basically what I did, so ways to prevent this is in Shopify, they actually give you a risk report on every single order. It will give you a scale of like high risk, or if they've seen previous fraudulent orders with this card, then they'll kind of show you right there. So it's really good to go through your orders before you send them out to just kind of double check. And what actually helped reduce a lot of those fraudulent orders is going into your checkout settings, making sure that the only way that they can check out is that card address and zip code match. And if you want to take an extra step, I would actually go and email the customer directly and ask for any type of verification. So now let's talk about what happens if you actually get a chargeback and you need to create a case to send back, like to check out how many times they visited throughout a long period of time. It kind of shows they were an actual customer, they just like didn't just come on here. Another thing that you can send back, having any type of previous orders, if they purchased from you previously, that actually goes against them. Also, send them the email address that is linked to the order, because if the bank can link those email addresses together and it's like the same address, well then it's like, well, that's your email address. Also, you want to send over any type of messages, any emails, or social media posts. Sometimes people place orders and they get excited and they post it on social media. And also, I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but it's really good to email the customer and ask them if anything was wrong with the order. And let me know down below if this video helped you. If you want more business tips or be a part of a community of entrepreneurs, and or even want to directly message me for business advice, then I would love for you to join Build a Brand, which is my entrepreneur networking platform. The link is going to be down below. And thank you for Awesome for sponsoring this video. Again, the link is going to be down below. Check them out, and I will see you guys in the next episode.